Hi everyone. Um, by the time you're watching this video, you will have heard the news from Newtown, Connecticut about the tragic school shooting there yesterday. When I first heard about this, I thought, yeah, another shooting in America. What's new? But this one really does seem quite severe. 20 children killed, at least 7 other people, including the gunman. This is one of the worst spree shootings in American history. Maybe second only to Virginia Tech, and the fact that so many of the victims are young children. It's there's no words really to sum up how that situation. Um, this has been reported all over the world, and one of the things that's sort of come up is that the focus now on Newtown must be building the community together, counselling for the victims' families and so on, survivors. And I agree with that. That should be the main priority in Newtown itself. And I understand there's a statewide investigation going on, so I don't know whether they're trying to work out where the gunman got his weapons from or whatever, but I agree that should be the focus in Newtown given the depth of this tragedy. However, I would say this: if the murder of 20 children doesn't wake America up to its gun problem, I really don't know what will. I don't propose the gun debate in Newtown itself because that would be insensitive. There has to be the main priority in Newtown is rebuilding the community, providing support to the survivors and relatives. But America as a whole has to start really taking this thing seriously. I didn't see all of President Obama's speech. I saw a bit of it. The report said he was physically... In fact, I didn't see any of it. I just saw him going to the podium, then I was looking at other channels. But the various reports said he was physically shaking himself. And that's... This time, this has just happened too many times. And every time it's the same thing where there's a tragedy, then there's a quick debate afterwards, and it all goes back to normal. This cannot be the case this time. Now, some people will say me making this video or other gun control advocates talking about it is wrong, it's politicising it. I strongly disagree with that. Because if we can't talk about this issue now, in the wake of a terrible tragedy, then when will be the right time? When the next massacre occurs? I think America may be at a turning point now. I have to say, the gun lobby, I have nothing but disgust for them. I've made my views on the NRA and so on very clear in other videos, but I don't want to dominate this video with my disgust for them. This is just a short video. I just want to speak out at... I've actually lit a candle out of respect for the victims. Because, I may be on the other side of the Atlantic, but these are innocent lives, and I'd be doing the same if it was in other countries. If there was a school shooting in France or Russia or wherever, I'd be doing the same thing. But this is tragically common in the United States, and if this does not wake people up, I just don't know what will. I believe what we need in America is the end of the vilification of gun control advocates, to allow them to have a voice, to have a nationwide ban on assault weapons, to have much, much tougher background checks nationwide, not state by state, nationwide. I do support federal legislation here, and to basically put down the failed arguments of the NRA wherever they arise. I would have one closing thought. Does America belong to Americans or the NRA? Because every time these tragedies happen, the NRA hijacks the discussion for their own agenda, which is more guns. The agenda of the gun lobby is to do nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's their agenda. And it's a dangerous agenda. I think the priority in Newtown should be the community coming together, working with the victims and survivors. I believe if this tragedy doesn't make America do some soul searching, and that means every single gun owner in America do some soul searching. I know many gun owners are responsible, but it's pretty obvious there's a lot of people who should not have weapons in America and can easily get weapons. There needs to be soul searching. There needs to be serious debate, not just a case of Newtown has our thoughts and prayers and we'll move on. Because this will happen again. Maybe not on this scale for a while, but there will be more deadly shooting sprees in the United States in the weeks, months and years to come. And there needs to be, something has to change. Gun violence will always exist, but I strongly believe it can be significantly reduced. And I'll leave it there. My heart goes out to the people in Newtown. I have nothing but disgust for the NRA. I believe they have blood on their hands today for promoting gun violence in America. And I have no more words. I might make another video when the time is right, but for now the main focus is not on my opposition to the gun lobbyists. My main focus in this video has to be on the victims of this horrendous tragedy. I know world leaders have spoken: Francois Hollande, David Cameron, Queen Elizabeth II, and other heads of state around the world and leaders. Something has to change in America, and if this tragedy doesn't wake America up, I don't think anything will. That's my thoughts.